That's a good find, bro. I love these type of games. I love these type of games. So Port Royale number 4, everybody. I am very lucky here on the stream that I do get sent codes to play different games. And I do appreciate it. This is a sponsored event. Thank you so much to Calypso, who sent me a code for Tropico 6 and also for Port Royale 4. So yeah, I love simulation games. One of my favorite games of all time. Of course, all the sim games in the past, the whole entire Tropico series, and Port Royale. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try. Now, of course, I'm such a noob anymore that we're going to get into some tutorials here. But let's go into options first. Sadly, we can go into sound here, and we have to take out all the music. If you notice, I've already pulled it out. But I did see in Tropico 6, by the way, if you are interested in streaming Tropico 6, they have a function in there where you can, you click it, and it's streamer safe music. That's their music that they're allowing you to use on stream. So very cool. So make sure to be looking for that. I don't see it in here. I was looking for it just now. To see if it's in there. Now, we want this. Oh, okay, normal. We want this to be maxed out. Graphics right now, 1920 by 1080 and all of that. I actually had this up even higher, up to 4K, but I've turned it off. I've turned it down because my Fallout 76 was acting funny. But you can really crank it up. Let's see, mouse scrolling. Do we have subtitles on? That's the thing I'm always looking for. Subtitles, seasonal effects, cool. All right. Now, the first thing I do is I go in here and I look at all this stuff. I look at all this stuff and look at the settings, see if there's anything I can put on, like subtitles and all that. All right, let's get into it. Control basics. Let's do it. Sammy will explain to you the basics of every successful venture in the Caribbean. This includes camera control, selecting towns and buildings, as well as trading commodities and dealing with convoys. After you've completed all the tutorials, you can order a bonus ship, Queen Anne, at the large shipyard in your hometown. All right, let's do it. And now, I'm old school, everybody. I'm the OG, played games when they first began.
You're volunteering to come aboard? Usually we have to fill them with rum, drag them aboard, and ship them off before they sober up again. All right. My name's Sam. I'm a captain here, and there may be some things I could teach you.
Sounds good. Next.
The most important thing is to know where you're sailing to. Climb into the lookout, take the telescope, and look around. You can also look around in all directions. Don't worry. To know exactly where you are, of course, you need a good naval chart. Here in the area, there are 60 towns. Spanish, English, French, and these money bags from the Netherlands. And of course, pirates from all over the world.
Wow, cool. All right. Next.
I'm sure you'll recognize one or the other convoy. For example, these could be merchants or military convoys. The only way to find out exactly is to get close enough with one of your own convoys. Which is not always a good idea.
Yeah, I got Port Royale right here. Man, this reminds me of another game that I played that was an online version of the game where you can run around and you're sailing your ships and you're attacking against the wind and all that fun stuff. Let's see. Also, by the way, everybody, you have a chance of getting double the retweet love today. Double the KizCats. Whenever I go into a Learn to Play session, I would do a second tweet. I will go ahead and give you the love for the first tweet that you did. And if you go ahead and follow that link right there in the chat, you can go ahead and follow the second link for the retweet. And you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the retweet button. The more retweets you get, we get up to 5 retweets. It's going to give you 1,000 KizCats on top of the 1,000 KizCats I just gave you for the last retweet. How about that? Double retweeting, everybody. Getting you guys some loot. You guys are getting the loot. So let's do it. Okay, so we're going to go in here. The population limit is reached because the small church is missing. Oh, we got to get into that. All right, so let's go.
Check out Port Royale, your hometown during this exercise. This is the town on the island in the middle of the Caribbean. Your convoy is in the port of the town. Select it.
Oh, right there.
No vessels, no trade. It's as simple as that. Such a convoy consists of up to 10 ships. But for you, one is fine for now. Until you can hire sailors and a real good captain, you'll have to show that you can handle yourself.
Okay.
Take a look at the different parts of the convoy.
Different parts of convoy. So we got the convoy. We got commodities. We got vessels. So schooner is what we got right now. Our route, no automatic trade route assigned. To assign a route, open a trade in route dialogue. And then the captain.
We're not sailing around here for fun. It's about trade between the towns and commodities and gold.
One of my favorite games of all time is called Taipan. If you've ever seen that game, I actually found the board game of that game as well many years ago. One of my favorite games, back in, I think it was 1986, I made $1 trillion with a T. In 1986, when people didn't even know what $1 trillion was. I actually have the picture of it somewhere, making $1 trillion. I took it on a Polaroid. I actually finished the game on the day I was actually playing. So I started in like 1800, and I played the game all the way through until the actual day I was playing, and then made $1 trillion and took a screenshot of one of my most favorite games of all time. Of course, Sid Meier's Pirates, incredibly fantastic. And the Port Royale series here, also very, very fun. I highly recommend it for sure. Let's do it.
Select the town Port Royale to open up the town dialogue. But select the whole town, not a single building. So don't zoom in too far. A town is nothing without its inhabitants. These consist of workers and their families. The workers toil in the businesses and on farms and produce the commodities. The fine gentlemen like to come up with an attitude, but it is very important that the inhabitants are satisfied, because otherwise they simply run away. The supply of commodities plays the biggest part for satisfaction.
Okay.
Now select the production tab.
Production.
Sure. Every town also produces its own commodities.
I love this type of game.
But people want more. And that's where trade comes into play. And your convoy. It brings the people what they cannot produce themselves. Now select the Trade Between Town and Convoy tab. Everything that people want can be found on the market. Or maybe not. And then they get dissatisfied. Each item also displays production, consumption, and the current price.
Try not to sneeze in your ear there. Yeah, look at that. You roll over, it tells you what it is. So grain, fruits, wood, corn. I love trading games. That's why they call me the Wasteland Tycoon. But in this case, I'm going to be the Pirate Tycoon. Or the Trade Tycoon. I guess that'd be a better way to put it. I love trading games, whether it's a space trading game or a pirate space trading game, or I love the trading part of it. That's my favorite part. Each item displays production, consumption, and the current price. Okay.
The better the demand of a commodity is covered for the next weeks, the lower the price. That makes sense, doesn't it? So commodities produced in a town are usually quite cheap.
True.
Now select grain and buy 20 barrels.
Okay, grain. That's usually the cheapest stuff. How do I buy 20? Oh, okay, you click on it. You click and then slide. You hold down the mouse button and slide. 20.
While the grain is being loaded into your convoy,
I got 21.
let's see where the shortage is. There you can then sell the commodities with profit and make people happy at the same time.
Ooh, I like profit.
Now close the town dialogue. If you zoom out of the map far enough, you will see more towns northeast of Port Royale. Move the cursor over these towns to see the commodities they produce.
Ah, Tortuga.
Looks good. Send your convoys there.
Okay, approach town.
Make sure the whole town lights up when you send a convoy there. After all, he's supposed to dock in the harbor and not drift around outside the town.
Was he going that way? Where's he at? Oh, there he goes. All right, I'm going to try to get that grain going on. So I just right-clicked, and it took him toward that town. Oh, whoa, you can zoom way in. Wow. A lighthouse. Bunch of towns out here. Oh, dang, a bunch of towns back. Look at this. Huh. Man, that's big. That's a big area. Where's my ship? Down in the open sea now. Go, bro. Get away from those British guys. I don't know what they're trying to do. Merchant from Tortuga. Man, look at all this stuff up here. Viceroy. Uh-oh. Where's this? Merchant from Puerto Cabello. What do we got up here? Captain's Journal. Convoy and Town List. Game menu, tips and... Oh, tips and tricks. Cool. Highlight towns and game speed. Oh, we can speed up the game speed. How do we make the game... Oh, I probably can't do it yet. I'm still in the tutorial. Fame points. We got cash. Number of free convoys. Trade routes and construction menu.
Now we'll wait until your convoy arrives in Tortuga. If you want to make a rapid progress, just zoom out. The further you zoom out, the faster time will pass.
Oh, really?
Arrived in Tortuga. No evening without beer, rum, and brawls. And no trading without permission. So open the town dialogue and get a trading license first. Now open the trade tab again and sell all of your grain to the town.
How do I get a trade license? Did I get it automatically? Okay, sell grain. How do I sell? Sell. Oh, yeah. So you just hold down the mouse button, go the other way.
You still have to get used to all the commodities and prices, but through trade you can earn the most money. For this, I offer a special course about the Caribbean economy. And there is also a lesson about creating automatic trade routes.
I love the fact that it's fully voiced over. It doesn't just do a portion of it. It's doing the full dialogue. That's a lot of dialogue to record, bro. Grimshaw says, you got my full attention on this game. Thanks for Calypso and, of course, Kismet for streaming it. Yeah, big love to Calypso. They're crushing it, bro. Again, this game, these been out for a while. I've had these codes for a while. I just haven't had time, and these are my type of games. I love these type of games, for sure. I love the thing, especially pirate games like this, because, you know, in a minute, I'm just going to go and find the most expensive thing, get that most expensive thing, and then find out where a great place is to trade it and just make a crazy ton of cash, upgrade my ships, add more defenses, and so on and so forth, because that's the way I typically play.
By the way, in Port Royale, they need wood. Buy 50 units and return to Port Royale. There is work to be done at the shipyard.
Okay. Back to Port Royale we go. Where to go? Right there. Okay, so then I roll over it. Right click.
Until the convoy reaches Port Royale, a tip from me. Convoys cost money, maintenance, and repairs. Avoid empty trips and load your vessels as much as possible.
I could have loaded that with more wood. Now again, yeah, when you zoom out, it does go much faster, even though the 1 times is still up there, but the actual travel between the two areas go faster. That was way faster than before.
Wow. The smell of seaweed, old fish, and hope for prosperity. Zoom in on the town until you see the shipyard and select it.
There's the shipyard. Town Square, Town Hall, Shipyard, right here.
Convoys that are on the road a lot, The shells have to be scraped off regularly, and that's what the shipyard is for. But you can also get a new barge here if you need more cargo space.
I need a lot. Well, you know how much gold we got? We got 200,000 gold. Well, why don't we just buy a new ship? Oh, I can't do it. Okay, repair. He's trying to teach me.
Buy a new vessel and get out of here for now.
Yeah. A sloop? Can I do anything more in a sloop? No, I can't do anything more in a sloop. All right, purchase. This shipyard does not offer any used vessels at the moment. Used vessels are created when, for example, a merchant sells a vessel which is no longer required to the shipyard. All right.
The vessel is still in the shipyard, and you can't even see it. You have to add it to a convoy first, or convert it into a new one. We do that at the lighthouse. Select it. On the left, you can see the selected convoy and your unused vessels on the right. By selecting a vessel, it switches sides.
This could be your new game.
Reduce or dissolve convoys. If no convoy is selected, you can create a new convoy with free vessels.
Now, right there in the chat, everybody's a link. If you want to check out more about this game or purchase the game, you feel free to follow that link right there in the chat and check it out. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so I got to add this. I got to click up here. Vessels in the harbor. How do I add it? Drag it? He probably told me how to do it. Select a vessel to move it from one side to another. This is the schooner, and this is the sloop. So select vessel. Huh. Unless you select the convoy, your unused vessels on the right. By selecting the vessel, it switches sides. That way, you can enlarge, reduce, or dissolve convoys. If no convoy is selected, you can create a new convoy. But I got to get past here, I bet, first.
New vessel to the existing convoy. Not bad for a landlubber. The basics are in place. One more thing. Whenever you come across one of these info icons, you can use it to open the appropriate pages in the manual for Caribbean merchants. Try it. The info icon will always bring you to the right place in the manual. You can also open the manual at any time and just browse through it. All right, you've got the basics down, I hope. But there's a lot of people out there just waiting to make a rookie like you walk the plank. So I'm recommending my other classes as well. Don't worry, they're shorter.
Yeah, tutorial now complete. Do you want to start the next tutorial right now? Yes. That was good. See, that was a real good tutorial. I like little short little tutorials that are very simple.
All rested up and ready for the Caribbean economy? Let's go. First, select your convoy in the harbor of Port Royale. Is that clear? Check the hold of your convoy to see what you just loaded. We'll need it later. A lot of beer. Beer is important. Does not make you as drunk as rum and not as sick as spoiled water. Now open the town dialogue of Port Royale. To do so, select the whole town from a greater distance, or, if the camera is close by, the town hall or undeveloped areas.
Okay. Let me catch up chat. So you free to play or on a campaign? I am in the tutorial right now. I'm playing it for the very first time. This is Port Royale number 4. And so I'm just playing the tutorial. Yeah. Click the ship 2 times. Yeah, we're going to get into it. Correct. This tutorial we're all going to learn this time. Thanks for the tip, though. Basically, tropical on the water many years prior. Yeah, it's a bit different. This is more like a sea trading game. Tropical is more like a simulation city game. This is more like a trading game. And I love these type of games. This is very, very fun. Yeah, there we go. Trader trading with some ship fighting and building cities. Now, again, this is a learn to play. So if you have some ideas, if you have some, you can even backseat game. Kismet, try this. Kismet, try that. This is where we flip it, right? Now, my normal rules are no backseat gaming. Don't tell me anything about the game and whatnot. But whenever we're doing learn to play, if you're a pro at that particular game, feel free to throw it in the chat. Say, Kismet, I learned this about the game. Kismet, you should try it out. You should try this. Now, right now, we're going to try the tutorial, obviously. But if you do have some suggestions, ideas, whatever, throw it there in the chat so everybody can learn as well. That's why we call it Learn to Play. So it kind of flips the thing I normally do. Let's see. So now open the dialogue of Port Royale. Let's do it.
You can see the inhabitants who live here and have to be taken care of. About 1/4 of them are workers. Some of what they produce can be traded with other towns.
Okay.
Below, you can see which cultivation and mining commodities can be produced in the town and how efficient such a production would be.
Oh, 100%. Wow.
Handicrafts, such as clothing, can be produced equally well in all towns. People always ask for all commodities, and the variety of commodities affects the satisfaction. In small settlements, however, simple commodities are more important. If the town grows, the inhabitants become more demanding, and the upscale commodities becomes more important.
I remember that. I remember that a lot in these type of games. That the bigger the town, the more exotic stuff that they want.
Now switch to the production tab to see the production of the town.
Yeah, I love that full voiceover. I don't have to read it out. It makes my job easy.
Each town can produce a maximum of 7 different commodities. Here you can see what is produced in Port Royale per day. This is much more than the inhabitants themselves need. The surplus can then be traded with other towns. Your businesses will be here later. Now switch to the Trade Between Town and Convoy tab to see the commodities on the town's market.
All right, we'll do that in just a second. First, we're going to do this battle. This is a little side game we play called Stream Raiders. So we do it every 30 minutes for about a minute. And so we're going to battle. Whoa, look at that epic battle. Holy mackerel. Firing it off. Look out. 150 peeps. 150 units. Whoa, look at those. Did you see those bombs go off in the top corner? Wow, that was quick. That was like the quickest battle ever. We annihilated them. They had no chance. Let's see. Reaper coming in. Jimbo. Qualdron. We got, I'm going to call you Bro. Bro coming in. Rotisserie. I give everybody a nickname when I can't pronounce their name. And Wild Yak's coming in MVP with the 8 assists. Fantastic job. Let's keep it going. And now it's time for everybody to step it up. Step it up, everybody. This little game that everybody in the chat's playing right now. All these units that you see, all the people's names pop up on the side are from the chat. You can go ahead and follow that link in there. It is a free-to-play game. It's called Stream Raiders. Very, very fun thing to play while you're watching the stream. You can play it on mobile or on desktop, so very fun. So you got Android, iOS, or whatever, or you're on a tablet or laptop, desktop, whatever you're on. Very, very fun to play. You can come in and join us. You can find me, your captain, Kismet, Kismet. You have access to the battle board. You can come and play with us. We have lots of fun playing Stream Raiders. We have like 500 boss kills. We've literally done thousands of battles. That's a lot of fun. Great fun little side game while you guys are watching me play this right here. So let's get into it.
Sorted by their importance for the inhabitants. The first column shows the fill level of a commodity. This is the ratio of supply to demand. From 2 green bars on, a commodity is no longer scarce. From 4 bars on, it is in abundance.
Okay, well, we got nothing in abundance right now.
Here you can see how many commodities are in stock at the market of the town and in the selected convoy. The convoy must of course be anchored in the harbor of the same town. By buying and selling, you move commodities between the town and the convoy.
Yeah.
Here you can see what the town produces and consumes. This includes commodities that serve as raw material for other products. Compare stock and fill level. The longer the stock lasts, the more secure and satisfied the citizens feel. The price of a commodity changes constantly because it depends on supply and demand. The higher the fill level, the lower the price. For the beginning, you should remember, buy from 2 green bars, sell until 2 green bars.
Ah, that's the most important thing to know right there. Right there, I can tell you.
The last column shows the average price you paid for a commodity. Of course, you should always sell a commodity at a higher price. Take a look at the price of beer. The average price of your loaded commodities is lower than the current price in the town.
Oh, it tells you the average price. Cool.
People want beer, and you can give it to them. To do this, select the commodity and slowly move the amount from right to left. You can see how the stock and the fill level of the town increases and the price per unit decreases. Now sell your beer supply to the town and close the town dialogue.
I've made a bunch of cash.
Now show what you have learned. There's an abundance of grain in Port Royale right now. Buy at least 100 barrels.
I'm on it. All right, right here, 100 barrels of grain. I'm gonna buy 200 barrels. I'm buying 200 barrels. I'm not listening to him.
The commodities are on board. Now you need a destination. I recommend Port-au-Prince, east of Port Royale. Set up your convoy there, open the town dialogue, and get a trade license. Then you sell the grain to the town.
I guess you got to get a trade license just by opening up the thing. I don't see anywhere to actually click trade license. I don't know. I think you just open it up to get the trade license. All right, right click. And then we zoom out to make it go faster. We do this game speed thing yet? No. So if we zoom in, we learned that it goes a lot slower when you're zoomed in. So we're just sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting. And then he tells us in the tutorial, if we just zoom out, it goes way faster. All right, let's go zoom in. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Really fun. I think this is a great game. Yeah, it looks like a really fun game. I knew the second I saw it, I was like, okay, we're definitely checking out this game for sure. Very, very fun. Let's see. Since beta, there have been 2 very good updates, and 2 more have been promised. One of those will involve a major change on how pirate fighting takes place. Another change that is coming will allow something that was in the previous version, which will allow you to play as your own country. Oh, cool. Develop your own cities from scratch. Oh, that sounds fun. Agreed. This looks like a real fun game. Again, and if you do all of it, you get access to a special ship for gameplay. Yeah, we saw that at the beginning there, Cuddy. Yeah, we saw at the beginning that we could get through the tutorial. We get ourselves a cool ship. All right, so come out on the board, then sell your grain to the town. All right, so we go here. I grab my grain because I went and got 200 because I'm that way. I want to make as much profit as possible. Then we hold down the hold down the left mouse button. That's my bad. Hold down the left mouse button, and then we're gonna sell them 200. We just made a crazy ton of cash.
Excellent. That was my Caribbean economy crash course. It's really very simple. Buy cheap and sell dear. And don't waste all the profits on drinks. You should now understand what the price of commodities depends on. In the beginning, you do the trading yourself. Later, you set up trade routes and leave the trading to your convoys. Of course, always to your specifications.
Of course. Yay! All right, Convoy Management. Let's go. Again, this game's super fun. I already know I could be playing this for like the next 20 hours.
You want to sail comfortably over the sea and enjoy the wind and waves? Then you're in the wrong place. I want to teach you how to organize your convoys so that they yield more profit for you. And we'll start right away. Choose your convoy that anchors at Port Royale.
Island Soul.
Here you can see if the convoy has additional sailors. You can hire these via the trade dialogue if there are workers available in a town. Sailors are only needed by your combat vessels during naval battles.
Oh, okay. Only needed in naval battles.
The total number of cannons of the convoy is
As many as we can
here.
fit.
A convoy can only fight in naval battles if it has combat vessels, because only these vessels have cannons. If there is a battle, the sailors of the convoy will be distributed among the combat vessels.
Okay.
You already know the different areas of a convoy. Select the area vessels. Here, you can see the vessels of your convoy. It's important that you understand the difference between a vessel and a convoy, even if the convoy consists of only one vessel.
I understand.
Suppose you buy a vessel in the shipyard. Then it will stay there until it belongs to a convoy. Only then it gets a crew and is put into the harbor. From that moment on, you can fill the vessel with commodities and put it to sea. Free vessels are something like dead capital. They are not operational, but they don't generate any costs.
Oh, okay.
Two buildings in the town are important when it comes to vessels: the shipyard and the lighthouse. Let's first have a look at the shipyard in Port Royale. Select it to enter it. You have to zoom in close enough to the town, otherwise you won't be able to select individual buildings. In the shipyard, you can repair, buy, and sell vessels. As you can see, the vessel in your convoy could use a little overhaul. Get it done. Great. While the repairs are being carried out, we look at the vessels the shipyard is currently offering for sale. To do so, select the next area in the shipyard. Larger shipyards sometimes offer used vessels for sale. These can come from bankrupt merchants, for example. This is a good opportunity for you to get a new vessel quickly and easily. Just buy the 2 vessels on offer.
Dang.
This military frigate needs command points.
Ooh.
This applies to all vessels with cannons. They can only be included in convoys that have a captain, and people trained in this field do not grow on trees.
I bet.
For the really big vessels, you have to prove that you are loyal to your nation and accumulate fame, here represented by fame points. Your fame, now look at the other parts of the shipyard. You can sell vessels which you don't need anymore, and order the construction of vessels.
Hope we didn't even know what that was.
This always takes a while, and there must be enough building material available at the town's market before the shipyard can start the construction.
Oh, it's based on the materials at that location. That's cool.
To build new convoys or add new vessels to a convoy now, you need the lighthouse. Now close the shipyard and open the lighthouse of Port Royale.
I want that other ship. I want to get that other ship. He said something about fame points, but accidentally hit the X key. My bad, everybody. I guess we'll find out as we go, won't we? Build a convoy vessel, click on the lighthouse.
On the left side, your selected convoy is displayed. On the right side, you can see your free vessels, which are docked in the harbor. Just select a vessel to move it between the port and the convoy. If you have not selected a convoy that is anchored in the harbor, a new convoy will be displayed on the left side, which you can create with your vessels.
Okay.
Now close the lighthouse again. We have just talked about captains. Choose the Captain's tab in your convoy. A convoy is ready to go even without a captain, but a captain improves many characteristics and allows to carry armed vessels. Unfortunately, such captains are hard to find, and for each, you need a captain's license. You can get a captain's license from your viceroy, but more about this in a later lesson. If a captain applies to you, this will be displayed here. Now open the captain's dialogue.
Oh, up here. I was like, what am I clicking on? Up here.
You can see which captains are working for you.
It's Elvis.
Applying as a captain. Every captain has other skills that will improve with time. Take a look at everything and then hire the captain.
All right, let's hire him.
A captain doesn't work for free, so don't forget to assign him to a convoy after you hire him. Otherwise, you'll pay for doing nothing. Now assign the captain to your convoy. Very good. With the help of their command points, captains can lead armed vessels. The higher the level of a captain, the more command points he can use. And that concludes this lesson about vessels and convoys. See you soon.
Cool. Let's see. Click on town to see trades license spacebar to increase the speed. All right. Oh, right. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff in this game. This tutorial is like on point, bro. It's like one of the best tutorials ever. It's totally on point.
Thank you for participating in this lesson on trade routes. It could also be called 10 Ways to Screw Up Others' Businesses. I'll teach you how to massively increase your trade volume. Now, select your convoy, which is anchored off Cartagena, and select the Trade Route tab.
Cartagena. Okay. Trade my guy. Trade route.
As long as you only have a convoy, you can, of course, act on your own, buying, transporting, selling commodities. But with more convoys, it gets out of hand. You have to learn to give orders to your convoys so that they are sailing for you automatically.
Yeah.
For that, you need the trade routes.
We want to set it and forget it. Standard Kismet thing.
Click on the Trade Routes button to open the dialog, and then select Create New Route.
Okay, new route. Create new route.
Here, you create new trade routes and assign them to your convoys. A new route does not yet contain any towns, so you will have to edit it first.
Dang, this game is deep, man. This Calypso, man, they make some deep games, bro. Right? Now, again, if you guys want to check out the game, you can check it out right there. If you want to buy it, you can buy it there as well. I'll tell you all about the game. Let me see what platform is on over here. I wrote down all the platforms for all these games. Let's see. It is... It platforms PlayStation 4, Windows, Switch, and Xbox. So you can get it for all of those, all the platforms. So whatever you got, you can play it on there. So there you go. So very, very cool. Definitely hunt it down. If you don't play it on PC, if you're going to play it on console, I definitely hunt it down in your local console store as well. And if you do follow that link and buy it through that link, it does help the stream. But if you want to go buy it on your console or whatever, don't worry, it's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it as long as you get a good game. That's what it's all about. Okay, so here we created routes, and so you will have to edit it first. So edit.
Navigation map. It shows you wind direction and wind force everywhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
A convoy will naturally drive much faster, and time is money.
Yeah. True that. All right, next.
The red areas are sometimes hit by storms. This increases the risk that your convoy will be damaged.
But it's going to be faster.
That's what areas with a dull wind look like. Here, convoys move very slowly. Therefore, such areas are usually avoided. The colored areas near coasts indicate shallow waters and reefs. Convoys with greater draft have to be very careful here, and therefore do not make rapid progress. Convoys consisting only of vessels with little draft have no problems here. Now look up to the left. There you will see the towns where you have acquired a trading license. You will also see what each town is producing at the moment.
Oh, that's cool. I love all the little... It just tells you without having to go into the town or click on the thing. It tells you right there in a little pop-up. That's cool. Or a little pop-down. Cool.
Set up a trade route with these 4 towns. Simply select the towns in this order: Cartagena, Portobello, Bluefields, Puerto Cabezas.
Okay, so Cartagena, Portobello, then Bluefields. Wow, you can do multiple.
As you can see, all the towns will appear in the list, and even the exact course of the route will be shown. However, this route is not very convenient. The convoy would have to sail frequently against the wind, and would make only slow progress.
Yeah, how do we fix that?
The first thing you should do is to change the order of the towns. To change the position of a town in the list, you can select and move it.
Oh, over here. Okay, so Portobello first. And then Bluefields. And then Portobello down here. So what is this? This is this one's first. This one's first. then Bluefield. Which one? How do I know which one's first? And then Portobello, then Cartagena. Huh. I feel like it's reversed. So this goes down here. Then Bluefields. Cartagena. Huh. Where do I get that? There we go. So Cartagena for... Oh, it's actually telling me. Cartagena. Then this one. Then Bluefields.
You see, the course of the route is already much more consistent with the wind directions. But you can optimize the route even more because it runs through an area with little wind. Select the route at the marked position and move it up to the other marker outside the calm.
Oh!
The duration of the trip. You can certainly improve the route in other places to take better account of the wind, avoid potential storms, or avoid shallow water and cliffs. Feel free to experiment. Then select the town of Cartagena in the list to set the commands for that town.
Oh, that is totally epic. Look at that. That is so cool. What a genius idea. Yeah, you want to ride the edge, bro. Ride that edge. Yeah, right through there. Cut through that. Probably put this up a little higher. It tells you how far the length is up here on the right, I noticed. So, yeah. Maybe take this a bit out of the storms. Just in case. 2702. Yeah, too cool. Oh, man, that's a great feature, man. That's wicked. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before in games, unless I forgot. I've never seen that where you can actually epically change the arc of how it goes. That's cool. There we go. Feel free to experiment, then select the town of Cartagena to enlist to set commands to that town.
Of course, your people need to know what to buy, what to sell, and what to keep their hands off. So you give them guidelines, which they then follow. Don't worry, it sounds more complicated than it is. The commodities produced in a town are often in abundance. That makes them cheap, and you can sell them in other towns at a profit. Search for cotton and give the order to buy. Your people will then buy cotton as long as it can be sold on the route, and the purchase price is low enough.
Okay, so cotton. Here.
But your people are not stupid. If there are no sell orders for a commodity, if there is no demand, or if the purchase price is too high, they will not buy it.
Good.
If you actually have to deliver a commodity somewhere, even though it is very scarce and expensive, you can deactivate this automatic pricing and give your people a maximum purchase price. But for the beginning, you shouldn't even think about such things.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We're doing a sponsored event here called Port Royale 4, a very fun looking game.
Two more commodities in Cartagena that you want to buy, and switch to the town Puerto Cabezas when you're ready.
Let's see. I want to go ahead and buy some beer. And I'm feeling, what's this? Coal? How about cloth? Nah, not cloth. Screw cloth. Tobacco. Let's turn that off. All right, buy. There we go. And then this one.
Puerto Cabezas can certainly use the commodities you want your people to buy in Cartagena. So set these commodities to sell. By the way, if you select a commodity, the list of towns will show you where it is bought or sold. Of course, you can also set further preferences for priority, quantity, and price when selling. But it is not important at first. If you want to know what this is for at a later time, just have a look at my tips and tricks.
Dang, this game is so deep, bro. This is some serious trade action here. You love trade. I could play this for the next 20 hours. You guys would be like, in the morning to start my stream, I'll be like, Kismet, did you stay up all night playing that Port Royale 4? Yep. That's exactly what would happen.
So, an easy route is now available. If you want, you can of course make further settings for the other towns. Feel free to have a look around.
All right, so we're selling there, but we should buy something else. It's just a little that mean they're making that thing? We sell it to buy? Oh, we can't change anything. We can't change anything. Okay, let's look at the other ones. Activate goods for this one. So then let's go ahead. So this should be sell, but I should be able to buy something there. I can't buy anything. I have to sell it. Okay, then go to the next one and say buy some of that. What's this? Hemp, bricks, and then so this is buy. And this would be sell, sell, sell. What am I buying over? I already forgot. Buy, and then our rum. Sell. All right.
When you're ready, close the edit mode for the route again.
Confirm.
You will now be shown all kinds of information about the route. But
Awesome.
since the route is new, most of the values are 0. And as long as no convoy uses this route, nothing will change. You should therefore assign it to your selected convoy.
Wow, look at all that detail in there, man. Cool. Assign route.
Now you only have to give your convoy the command to follow the route. Very good. If you now close the route dialog, you can see how your convoy sets sail and executes your commands. In the port of Cartagena, there are now 2 more convoys ready for you. Up here, you can see how many of your convoys are not on a trade route right now. You can select such a convoy either directly in the world or by switching through.
He's following exactly what I told him to do.
Convoy now.
Okay.
Now send this convoy to the route you just created. Open the route mode again. And now select again the option Assign Route and activate the route on the convoy. Great! You see, a route can have several convoys. This is especially useful if the route is very long or a lot of commodities have to be transported. Your current route is short, and the quantities still small. But that can change once the towns start growing. You can, of course, change, extend, and optimize a route at any time. The affected convoys will implement these changes immediately. Finally, one more thing. The trade route dialog shows you the data of your different routes. You can also view the balances of individual convoys. Close the trade route dialog now and take a look at convoys and towns.
Zoom out so they can get cranking. Yeah, that is so cool how they have, you can actually set up the route, adjust the routes and adjust it. That's super cool.
Among other things, all your convoys and vessels are displayed here. You can also view the balances of your convoys, which are currently on tour with a trade route. So you can quickly see if a convoy is currently making gains or losses.
Okay.
This lesson is now also completed. You have now learned the most important things about trade routes. By the way, if you later have your own warehouses in towns, they can also be used and filled by trade routes. More about this in my course about production.
Oh, dang, you have warehouses too. Advisor. Utilize the convoys to trade route poor. The utilization of convoys on the trade route is poor. Reduce the number of convoys or actions on this route to ensure particular convoys are able to transport more commodities. Awesome. We sell our current purchases minus 2,000. We sold it for 4,000. Right now our total is 670, so we're making a profit. I like to make profit. But if it still runs, yeah, it still runs while you're looking at this thing. Go make me some profit first, bro. I'll make some money. Maybe some money, you little convoys. Now, of course, you could risk it and make them go through, you know, the danger storm areas, which of course is going to be a shorter route. But then again, you might have a tendency to lose your vehicles or get damaged or something like that. I feel like that's probably what would happen. Again, we're playing a Learn to Play segment here, everybody. It's called Port Royale number 4. Very, very cool little game. I love the trade route thing. That is super cool. I'm a big fan of these type of games where you're doing trade routes and whatnot. Very, very fun. Here comes this guy, the Flying Dutchman. He's going to go ahead and sell some stuff over there, try to make me some dollar bills. Oh, not possible? Oh.
There are vessels on the way, most of which are almost empty.
Let's go ahead and pop into the next tutorial. So we're running through the tutorials to learn a bit about the game.
Welcome to the course about production and why producing by yourself is better than buying from others. And while you're at it, I can also hammer some more insights about the Caribbean economy home. You already know that you can earn a lot of money by buying commodities here cheaply and selling them expensive elsewhere. Now, it can happen that you could sell more commodities than are offered. For example, because the production is too weak or there are too many merchants underway, then it is worth considering getting into production yourself.
Okay.
Sure, during production there are costs for buildings, raw materials, and workers. But if everything runs normally, you produce the commodities at a reasonable price, and you can sell them for a profit wherever they are needed. With optimizations, you can reduce your unit costs even more, and thus increase your profits.
See, this is the type of game that I would go in and I'd make a spreadsheet of, okay, this goes to here, and this is cheaper here, and what's the value there. That's how I would do it in the old days. I would go in and literally list every single town, what all the commodities were, what the prices were at that moment, and try to figure out my best trade routes. And if I went from here to here, is it better to go up to that way or come back down this way? I'm that type of player. I am maximizing profit.
For this course, Cartagena is your hometown. Open the town dialogue. Here you can see which commodities can be produced with which efficiency by cultivation or mining. Of course, you can produce handicrafts everywhere because they depend on raw materials and not on geographical specifics.
Okay.
Here you can see which commodities are actually produced in the town. Each town can produce up to 7 different products. Your businesses will also be displayed here later. These numbers tell you how many commodities in the town are produced per day and how much could be produced. If, for example, workers or raw materials are missing, this slows down the production.
Oh no.
You should only produce the commodities that are scarce in the area. Because the production of commodities is really expensive, and if you create an oversupply, the prices go down and you make losses.
No, we don't do that.
It also applies to other producers in the town. If they make losses with their commodities, they shut down production or even tear down their businesses. I'm only telling you this in case you ever have plans like that.
Okay. Oh, battle time. Let's do this battle. It's going to be epic. Boom. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. It's looking a little sketchy. You got this, guys. I believe in you. We're a little spread out. Whenever this happens, whenever we ever get this spread out, that's when we start getting into trouble. All right. Hopefully we meet back up in the middle. 84 to 70. Okay, we've turned it in the numbers are in our favor again. Oh, yeah. See, we keep them busy down here, and that team comes down and wipes them out from up above. We're going to take one for the team down here, though. We're going to get brutalized. Let's do it. Oh, with a pincher move from up above. Oh, look out. Now you toast. Look at those barbarians coming in there. AoEing. Kicking some butt. Who is it? We got Michael David in there. We got Bro coming in. Wild Yaks, Quildren blowing it up with those epics. Nice job, everybody. That just brought in the W, working together. And there's those potential getting those loyalty skins. If you do get a loyalty skin, if you get a skin, let me know. I would love to know in the chat. Fantastic job. Grants and rewards. 200 gold to Jimbo. Congrats, Quildren. Bro also getting some love. And Quildren coming in MVP with a massive 30 assists. Congrats on that. Let's see. This is how you do it right here. Cauldron knows how to do it. Put down as many units as he possibly could. 5 units down, and then brought in the MVP. Very nice. All right, we're going to keep the battles going. I'm going to keep the battles going all day long. So you may not see or hear me. I will go into battle mode where you guys will continue to do the battles. And we'll keep that going all day long until I can't go anymore. Boom. There we go. So yeah, man, this game is good, man. This is the type of game that you're playing. Like, oh my gosh, it's been an hour. It's been an hour. We've been playing the game, and it feels like it's like 5 minutes have gone by. So let's keep it going. No, let's keep it going just a little bit longer. I think we'll finish this tutorial first. Just one more. Just one more. You know what I mean? Let's finish this tutorial first. Let's see. If they make losses with their community, they're shut down. I'm just telling you in case you ever have plans like that. Okay.
Vegetables are such a commodity, and Cartagena does not produce vegetables at the moment, but could. Vegetables are also scarce in the neighboring towns. You will quickly realize that when you trade. And since vegetables are high on the list, they have a big meaning for smaller towns.
Okay.
So, vegetable cultivation seems to be a good idea. Close this dialogue now and open the construction menu for this.
Okay.
In the first section of buildings you can construct are town buildings like residentials or chapels. But we'll get to that in the next lesson.
Dope! Look at all that stuff. You can actually build stuff in the town. What do we got? We got residential area. We've got taverns, chapels, parks, markets, architects, small church, shipyard, hospitals, tool makers, market hall. Man, this game is all in, bro. They went all in on this game. Awesome. Building, but then getting that in the next lesson. So what am I? I'm clicking on town buildings. Oh, we can't put it there. We can put it right there. So what am I doing? Place a residential area on a color-coded construction field, preferably near a chapel or tavern. There's a chapel there. It looks like a chapel or tavern. So, residential area, and then we click there. There's also one over there too. How do we do it? We drag it, click on it. Oh, I hit next.
Find production businesses in the second section. The darkened businesses can't be built here. The conditions for that are missing. If you move the camera to the town of Necoclí, south of Cartagena, you can see how the possible businesses change. Of course, you can't just build anything anywhere. First of all, you need a trade permit so that you can trade and your fame increases. Only then you can get a building permission for businesses. If you even want to construct town buildings, you have to get the town administration rights from the viceroy. Now take a look at Cartagena to see the possible building sites for vegetable cultivation. Select a business and zoom in close to the town until building sites in different colors become visible. The plots are divided into 2 colors, rather negative and neutral.
Oh, okay. Tavern, church, tavern, and looks like a market. All right, tons of stuff. Oh, and there's housing out there. Housing. Okay, and we got to click on the vegetable farm.
Mean disadvantages. Move the focus to such a field.
Dang.
You can see that the operation would have a negative effect on the satisfaction of the residents in several residential areas. There are no negative factors on the neutral fields. There you should now build a vegetable farm. Good. The construction contract is given. Here you can see which construction materials are needed and how much these materials and the construction costs.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about the construction workers, but they can only start working when the construction commodities are in stock in the town. You can help with this if necessary. Close the construction menu again and move the focus to the business you just commissioned. In the info area, you can see who owns the building and if there are any commodities missing for construction. If so, you can either get them and sell them to the town, or you can wait until another merchant did.
Okay.
Without workers, nothing works, of course. Otherwise, you would have to harvest the carrots yourself. Open the town dialogue by selecting an empty field or a town building. Here you can see how many job seekers there are in the town currently. They come with the treasure fleets from Europe to the town of the Viceroy, and from there they are distributed via trade convoys to the other towns. You can help with a trick here. When you dismiss the sailors, they automatically become job seekers.
Oh, so you can pick up some sailors, move them over to another place, drop them there, and then they become job seekers. So pretty cool. King Leopold, apologize. Anything random was typed. I closed my laptop and got my nephew a drink. I came back and a bunch of windows were open. Did you type anything random? I don't see it. We got this exactly, bro. We crushed it. If its time's correct, selling saltpeter and sulfur would make you a tycoon of the Caribbean. Well, there you go. I don't know. Started out 20 hours ago. MVP, lol. Nah. I know. This is the type of game where you start playing at nighttime. You're like, well, I'm gonna fire up some Port Royale 4 and play it a little bit. And then you're like, the sun's coming up, bro. That's this type of game for sure. I've done that many a game where I just like, okay, I want to do this one thing. And, oh, well, that's how that works. And, oh, that's cool. Oh, let me set up some trade routes. Let me set up some stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's like 5, 10, 20 hours later. I love that about games. I love that about these type of games where when you really get into the detail of it, you get everything going. You're just having a great time. All right. Thanks for that tip.
For job seekers to come to the town and stay until they find a job, the satisfaction in the town must be at least 40%. This is usually not a problem, but as towns get bigger, the demands of their inhabitants grow. But workers also need housing for themselves and their families. If there is not enough of it in the town, your business cannot hire new employees.
Ah, okay.
If you really are the administrator of a town, as it is the case with your hometown, nobody else builds buildings but you. So you have to provide enough housing. On the contrary, if you are not the administrator, you have to wait until the town does it. If the town is doing well and there are enough building materials, it won't take long. Let's speed things up a bit. Your farm is now operational and has all the workers. Now, switch to the production tab and select vegetables. Here, you can see the vegetable production.
Oh, cool.
Your businesses are also a part of it, and from tomorrow on, you can see which commodities your new business produces daily. As long as you don't have your own warehouse in the town, the produced vegetables will be sold to the town daily at the current price. As long as your business is running efficiently and the town is not drowning in an oversupply of vegetables, there is nothing wrong with that. Of course, you can prevent oversupply by selling the commodities to other towns yourself. For example, by using trade routes. If the neighbors drown in vegetables, you can also stop your production completely for a while to prevent the price drop of the commodities.
That's a smart move there.
Vegetables are cultivated. Other commodities, such as iron or coal, are mined. And there are handicraft businesses where raw materials are converted, such as weaving mills. Here, cotton is spun and woven into cloth. Such a weaving mill is needed right now in Cartagena. Get to work.
Okay, so we need a weaving mill. I'm on it. All right, now I gotta remember how to do that. Zoom in. Now, see, the hardest thing is remember what the heck you were doing before. We click on it. Production. No, we want to build. We want to build. Upper right corner. There it is. Construct. Oh, it's actually pointing some arrows to it. It's like, Kismet, let me just help you a little bit. Let's see. What do we got? Market. And we need a weaving mill. Weaving mill right here. So we click on the weaving mill. And then we look at how it impacts the city. That'll make people very unhappy. If I put it there. I don't really mind there. But what does weaving mill use? Weaving mill is going to use something else. I wonder if it has a thing about the distance of how far it's away from something else. I kind of feel like I'm going to put the weaving mill over here by my... Yeah, by my other thing. Let's put it right there.
Let's speed this up. Now leave the construction menu and select the weaving mill to see its production. Here you can see what raw materials you need for your cloth production. As long as you don't have a warehouse in the town where the commodities are in stock, the business automatically buys the required cotton from the town as needed and sells the produced cloth back to the town.
Oh, cool.
The lesson on the basics of production is already over. Now you know why you should only produce commodities that are in demand. Also, you should always make sure that your businesses have enough raw materials, because otherwise you will pay your workers to just sit around.
Oh, that is awesome. So you set up the manufacturing of the raw materials, and then that converts it into the better materials, and then that cloth, of course, is probably worth more cash. And then you take that and you sell it to somebody else, and then you're really making a lot of money. Dang, this game's a lot deeper than I thought it was. Holy mackerel. Epic. All right. Now, I'd love to sit and play this game for the next 10 hours, but sadly, that is where we're going to leave off. Now, I highly recommend checking it out. I'm going to throw it in the chat one more time for you guys to go ahead and check out right there. Feel free to follow that link. It is an affiliate link over there, my buddies at Green Man's Gaming. I do appreciate them showing me some love. And again, thanks to Calypso here with the amazing Port Royale 4. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a new game to play during the holidays. You're going to be playing this one a lot. All right, let's go to my office and let's head on out of here. I might have to fire that one off stream. I got a lot to get done today, though. Maybe this weekend I'll play a little bit more of that. We'll see. We'll see. And then, of course, I can also play some Tropico, a little big workshop. A lot of cool games coming in, as well as we're going to tomorrow, by the way, we also have another Learn to Play session. It's actually early release of Mars Horizon. Really cool space game where you set it up and you try to launch stuff into space. We're going to do all that kind of fun space game on that tomorrow. Watch for that. That's going to be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Of course, in the morning, or well, actually not in the afternoon. It's going to be about 12 o'clock in the afternoon or 1:30 in the afternoon, whatever the time works out to halfway through. We're going to do some No Man's Sky first, and then we're going to do some Mars Horizon. So very, very fun. I was lucky enough to get an early access key to that, and so we're going to check it out. Very cool. We're going to do that, but right now we're going to show you guys some love. Now, of course, let's go over here to my buttons and show you guys my schedule, my social media right there. Now, we are going to do some battles all day long for Stream Raiders, so you'll see me vanish. You won't be able to see or hear me, but the battles will continue to go, and you'll be able to see it on my stream as I run the battles every 30 minutes for a while. Oh, it gets deeper? I bet it does, Cuddy. That looks like a real fun game. You sound like a pro at it, too. Hey, anybody needs any help for their Port Royale 4, you know who to hit up. Hit up Cuddy right there in the chat. So, yeah, very, very fun. So there's my social media there. Feel free to check out the Discord. Tons of epic stuff on there. Go read the rules. Hit that green check mark. And say, Kismet, I agree to the rules. And then you're welcome to check out all the other sections, including guides, fast videos, highlights, a whole bunch of other awesome people in there. Go in there, introduce yourself. Just have a good old time on that Discord. Work very hard on my Discord. As well as got other social media, Twitter, YouTube, with tons of videos and guides over there, and unboxings, as well as my website, kismet.gg. Lots of cool stuff up there, including unboxings and my entire studio of what I use here on the stream. So feel free to check that out. I'll be updating that soon too when I do my fly through of my office here. So very cool. 1,100 hours. Whoa, Cuddy, look at you go, bro. Crushing it. Now, I'm also going to give you guys a whole bunch of Kiz Caps for staying here all the way to the end of the stream. That's how you make the most Kiz Caps right there. There you go. There's 5,000 Kiz Caps. There's an extra 1,000 for crushing those retweets again. Or did we hit 10? Did we hit 10 retweets? Let me just double check. I see we've got a bunch of retweets there. Yeah, so extra 1,000 there for being awesome. Thanks, everybody, for joining me today. I had a really fantastic time. As always, we're going to be back again in the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, playing some No Man's Sky, playing some early release of Mars Horizon. And come and join us, everybody. All right, thanks for being here. I love each and every one of you. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also, check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.